Greetings, welcome to the class. My name is Stan Hustad, and let me tell you a story. It's not a real story, but it might be a true story. And here's how it goes. One day you are hard at work and you get a phone call. And the phone call is a gentleman who introduces himself, gives you his name, and then he simply says, "I'm sorry to inform you, but I represent the estate of your late Uncle Joe." What? What are you talking about? He then goes on to explain that your Uncle Joe was the person that he had been the attorney for his many businesses a number of years ago, and had continued for up to the present until he died. And you have been left a considerable legacy by your late Uncle Joe, and I'm here to tell you about it. Okay, flashback. Your Uncle Joe was your mother's youngest brother. And he, as a young man, had left the Midwest, left North Dakota, and gone off to California to seek his fortune. As the family grew up, and of course the brothers and sisters had children, and they had children, there's where it was at. And he was kind of the black sheep of the family. He didn't really come back home to the Midwest too often. He never married, never had any children, seemed to keep to himself, and was very, very quiet, but very sweet and very nice. As he made his occasional appearances, it was obvious that Uncle Joe was doing extremely well. The kind of clothes that he could wear, and the kind of car that he had, and some of the things that he did, even though he was obviously a quiet and to himself place, realized that he was doing very, very well in life in that terms. But he never talked about it. In any attempt to get any discussion about what he did, he just kind of thought, well, he said, "I keep busy." That was his favorite line. "I keep busy." And say, "Well, but what happened? When did Uncle Joe die?" "He died 4 months ago." 4 months ago, you say. What's going on here? And then the lawyer continues to explain. He says, "Well, you know, as I said, I represented your Uncle Joe for some time, and he got sick, and we tried to get him to get some help, and he says no, and he passed away. He had a heart attack." Well, we didn't know what to do. We obviously tried to find out whether he had any family, and we messed that up. We weren't able to do that. There was no record that we could find. So I and a few of his friends and some of his loyal employees, we got together and we had a small memorial service, and then we started the search as to try and find out, well, who owned the company and what do we do? And I helped organize some employee teams so we could keep these good businesses going. Worked with the banker and all that, but we didn't know what to do with it. Finally, we got permission to go into a safety deposit box, and there was our answer. There was the answer. All of the records were there. It was actually done on a legal pad in which he had written out in some very nice handwriting. He had very, very lovely handwriting. It was kind of strange. It kind of didn't go with him, but it was. And he gave the instructions for what he wanted to have done with his property. And almost everything that was left in terms of money, and it's considerable, was left to you. You are the prime person he left it to. And you say, what? And then all of a sudden you think about the business day and how tough things are going right now, and you say, well, this might be really, really nice. But he said, well, can you tell me more? And he said, well, it's certainly good news, but it's a little bit of funny news. And you say, what do you mean? He said, well, here's what he did. He wrote down very nicely on that pad that he really admired you, that you were his favorite relative. You were always kind to him. And you had been. You were the one who, whenever you were in California on business or whatever, you would try and stop in and see him. And he always wanted to meet at one of his favorite restaurants, where obviously he was one of the regulars. He never really wanted to go to his home. And he obviously just appreciated that. And you sent him a card, you'd give him a call whenever you thought about it. You were good to him because that's who you are and what you do. And he goes on to say that he really loved the fact that you were an entrepreneur. You're out there trying to make life happen. You didn't take the comfortable corporate route. You were an entrepreneur. And he admired that. He said, I want to help him because he always said to me, if I could just get in front of enough people, if I could tell enough people about my business, I'm sure I could sell it and make it go. And he simply says this, and your Uncle Joe says, and now he has the opportunity. Now she has the opportunity. What he's done is the money he's going to give you, he won't give you for 30 years. 30 years. However, in the meantime, he has bought you an incredible opportunity. He has bought you a commercial on the American National Football League Super Bowl. That's right, one of the greatest entertainment and sports spectacles in the world. 130 to 150 million people around the world, and companies advertise on the Super Bowl, and they spend millions of dollars just for the airtime to be on the Super Bowl. And the lawyer explained, he said, now she has their chance. You now have the opportunity to take your life, your career, and your business, and you can advertise it on the Super Bowl. But here's the problem. It's 60 seconds. You have 1 minute to tell your story. What are you going to do? Well, that's my fun little story to introduce you to what this is all about. The program is called Do a Great Super Bowl Commercial to promote you, your career, and your business to have more fun and make more money. And that's what I'm going to help you do in this short course because you're busy, you're out there trying to make things happen. So this is going to be a short course to help you understand how learning how to do a Super Bowl commercial can change your business, can change your life. It will let you know some of the secrets that are very vital to know about doing life today in the internet digital media economy. I really believe that some of the things we're going to learn will be something that really can help you live differently and do business differently and certainly tell your story in new and powerful ways. And you're going to learn some secrets about how this stuff works. I've been in broadcasting and advertising and marketing and business performance coaching for many, many years, and I'm going to be your, if you'll give me permission, your teacher broadcaster, so that I've done thousands of commercials. I'm going to teach you what you need to know to do a great Super Bowl commercial, and perhaps you can even do that. That's what this class is all about. And I hope you'll join me to find out all of the secrets so that you too can make a difference in your life and business by doing a great Super Bowl commercial. Ready to keep going? Great. Lesson 2 starts just now.